Well, it's one of those mornings again. Most people call it Saturday. Me, I just call it my early morning. Which happens to be on a Saturday. I don't know, I'm just trying to back out of my space here as we begin your 30-minute musings. Live from sunny, even though it's dark out yet, sunny South Florida. The moon right now. Oh, somebody left their dome light on in their car. That's going to be fun for them to find out in the morning. Well, it is the morning, but you know what I mean. The moon is looking like a backwards-shaped capital D. Let's just say it's about half full. It still looks nice, though. But as I'm heading east, it is like behind me over my left shoulder, which would be what? Well, no, sorry, I'm heading west, so it would be like southeast over my shoulder. Something like that. Yeah, that sounds right. I do see a couple of stars out there. Maybe they're planets, I don't know. What do I got going on otherwise? Workouts are fine. The diet, here's something. Well, I picked up some, and it's good, but it's got to go. Picked up a nice organic fruit juice the other day. It's a watermelon cucumber juice. Organic. Yeah. But a lot of carbs. And I still feel that belly swelling feeling, you know? Kind of like, Mike, you're drinking too many carbs. So once I'm done with that shit, I gotta be done with it. If anything, I'll just go back to just snacking on fruit. Because even a glass of that stuff a day, gonna be a little heavy in my system. Trying to tone down that drum, get some definition, right? It's okay to have carbs, and it's good to have fruit and vegetable carbs. But that stuff, I don't know. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I enjoy it too much. Good thing it's not booze. What if it was booze? I don't know. Well, let's see. What else happened? I did that double shift on Thursday. From the shit job into the station. Got home at like 3 in the morning, which was technically Friday morning. The NFL draft round 1 was Thursday night. Yesterday, Friday, I didn't do a thing. Well, I sat home and played video games all Friday. Slept in a bit. Well, because I got home at 3 in the morning. I was like, should I set my alarm for 6 a.m.? And I think I did. I don't quite remember. But if I did, I woke up around 10. So I got like 7 hours of sleep. Went about my day. Played a bunch of games. Had a few revelations in my games. Long story short, but Dragon Age Inquisition kind of jumped through the main plot of the game. Just a little bit. And of course, there's evil. It's kind of a medieval fantasy type setting. There's dragons, there's magic, there's all that shit. There's elves and dwarves, you know. It's kind of bloody. Kind of a bloody game. It's not just, Frodo, we need a ring, oh my god. Oh no, let's run away. No, we're hacking and slashing the shit out of everything. Demons, especially. There's demonic possession, that's a fun part. That's, well, not that I'd partake in it, but... well, that's a fun aspect to it, if there's a good wrinkle to it. Demonic possession. Ooh. But yeah, the plot's thickening there, and I played that thing, recorded it. I think that was the longest single recording that I've done so far, since I started the live streaming shit. Sat there all the way through, no little timeout for going to the bathroom or taking out my contacts to put on my glasses, nothing like that. My workout was done for the day. I had eaten, my stomach was good and full. I sat there, it was, I think, 4 hours and 50 minutes on the recording. But the plot development was pretty good. I had a little audience going online too, which always helps. When I see that there's people actually in there watching and, you know, kind of chipping away with, you know, little comments here and there, always helps. Otherwise, I would have quit a little further into that if there weren't people, you know, viewing and watching. Because you never know, maybe they'll find it enjoyable. They will like your channel, subscribe to your channel, whatever the case is, follow your channel. So you kind of want to keep the ball rolling. If there's, a couple of people watching, it kind of helps to all right, let's just keep the foot on the pedal here, Switch that up. But then the other thing I was playing some baseball video game. And I requested a trade, and boom, it happened. You'll have to find out. You'll have to tune in and find out to see what happened there. Well, no. I can tell you straight up, in my second season in the big leagues, right after the All-Star game, which takes place in early-ish July. It's let's say July 10th, somewhere around there. It's after Independence Day, maybe a week after. But after that All-Star game in 2017, which takes place in Miami, by the way, I requested a trade from the shitty Baltimore Oriole team that I'm on. I got traded. I'm now wearing pinstripes. I'm a Bronx Bomber. I'm a New York Yankee. Woohoo! And they are only one game back in the division. So I am now on a competitive team for the remainder of July, August, and September. So I'll have 2 full months to help make a dent with this team. And hopefully get a playoff push. Who knows? Didn't want to go to the Yankees. If I had my choice, I don't know where I wanted to go, but I'm not on one of the worst teams in baseball anymore, so I'll take that. No big deal. But video game shit all aside, I gotta tone this drum down. I can feel it already. The swelling in my belly. I'm gonna have to get all that juice. Well, I'm not gonna dump all that juice out of the way. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. Drink it, I guess. Oh no, you know what I should stupidly do? Buy a bottle of booze and mix that shit up. Yeah, watermelon cucumber, organic watermelon cucumber juice. It's more watermelon than cucumber. You get a hint of it, and it's not bad by any means. But it just makes me hanker for you know what? Maybe I should just buy cucumbers as a snack. However, just take a damn cucumber, slice it up like chips almost. Just snack on them from there. I've had some mini cucumbers before, and they're I don't know, size of your thumb or so. Those are a good little snacking type thing. See, that's the problem. I always get these, not odd hankerings, but just as opposed to, I got some, some Funyuns, some Doritos, some fucking Cheeto Puffs or whatever. It's no, those really aren't the good way to go for a snack. I'm no longer 12 years old. Kinda wish I were in a lot of ways, but I'm not. So I want to find the alternate, the good little snacks. I mean, hell, if the food didn't spoil as quick and I had a big enough fridge to sustain everything, I'd have fruits and vegetables all over the place. But it's can't always do it. I would remember getting a bag of baby carrots, and I mean a decent sized bag. But those little goddamn things, I think was the organic ones. They'd spoil out too quick. Turn into mush. Oh, it was terrible. I mean, they're good, if you're having, a little snack tray, a little party thing at the house, a little bit of dip on the side, some cherry tomatoes, some celery sticks, then it's fine. Because you're hoping people are going to go through them pretty quick, but just me, it goes a little quick. And I don't know, maybe I should launch them in the freezer, but I can't. I got no room. Because my freezer is full of chicken and beef and veggies. All of my meal shit that I eat. But once I get rid of this juice, I have to get that drum tone down. And I'm already thinking my workout today is going to be midsection heavy. Did some CVX yesterday, cardiovascular extreme. Kind of feel it in my legs. There's a little bit of jumping around that takes place. Kind of like jumping lunges. Kind of like scissoring your legs one in front of the other with bent knees, but you're just hop jumping. Just right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. You get the idea. It's north and south, front and back, whatever you want to look at it as. 12 and 6. And you're just jumping and switching. The right is in front, the left is in front, the right's in front, the left's in front. You do that for about 30 seconds, 60 seconds. And it's going to be like, okay, it's starting to wear on my quads, on my calves. Ooh. And all you're doing is fighting gravity. That's it. That is it. So I kind of feel that good feeling in my glutes, in my legs. Plus, when I did that first thing yesterday, so as the day wore on and I'm sitting around playing video games, I was kind of stagnant, not moving. And sure to shit, I'm feeling like, oh man, I gotta stretch my legs after a couple hours sitting there. I'm like, I gotta, thank God I'm at a good point to stop. The viewership died down. Like, I gotta get up and stretch, get a little snack going, take some vitamins. You jump around, you're doing all that exercise, excuse me for yawning, and your legs just start to, we're locked up, man. Gotta get a good stretch going. But yeah, let me get a bottle of booze to have with that juice, because if, I'm gonna feel swollen about the midsection, I at least want to get that shit taken care of. What do I mix with watermelon cucumber juice? I mean, my first thought is vodka, but I really don't like vodka. Well, I mean, it blends with everything. And that's kind of the problem. Fuck, well, maybe a little homework. There's a nice little liquor store warehouse joint right by my place. Walking distance, so I can go there on my way home if I think about it, if I think of it. But I don't even need that big of a bottle, thank God, because I don't have that much juice left. However, I only have so much Jameson left, still from St. Patrick's Day before I went on vacation, for fuck's sakes. So I got that going for me, which is nice. But I couldn't imagine a very smooth Irish whiskey goes well with watermelon, just, I don't think so. I would try it, but if it's bad, then what? Plus, I ain't got that much booze left. And if I can get, just kill 2 stones with 1 bird, haha, may as well get a bottle of something. Just don't know what. Vodka's like the first thing that comes to mind. Or maybe a really nice light rum. Hell, I could get a flavored rum. No, I shouldn't do that. Because a flavored rum, I'm sure, is just loaded up with that much more sugar and bullshit. Just, have a mixer each day. Nothing too severe. Get a decent mixer going. Till that shit's going. Hopefully I can kill out both bottles. Well, no, that booze will still be sitting there. Because unless I mix those drinks 50-50, I'd rather just get like I say a little bottle. Because normally I'll get a big-ass handle. A 1.75 liter. The bottle that's got a handle on it, right? But if I get a 750 milliliter bottle, I mean, that should be all right. Just trying to think, what the fuck should I get? That'll be my thought process through the remainder of the day as I, get done with work and start heading home. Yeah, maybe just a little bottle of Bacardi. Nothing major, a little bit of rum. With that stuff should be okay. That's my thought for now. But once again, I gotta work on the midsection, gotta work on the core when I get home. So I'm gonna blast away on that. got a decent workout in mind. I can't say it would be that much of a heart rate blaster, but you never know. Because, I mean, when you're working the core, depending on what you're doing, like if I'm going to hit the deck and I'm going to, do some reverse crunches or just do crunches, kind of like that butterfly bicycle thing, you're lying on your back, your feet are flat on the ground, so that means like your knees are bent, and you're kind of hands behind your head, and then you bring opposite elbow to opposite knee kind of thing, right elbow to left knee, that bicycle crunch maneuver. You crisscross it. That'll get you really good. I don't think that's so much for a heart rate blaster, but you'll feel that burn all through your midsection. You do that. I mean, with anything you're doing core, short intervals. You do about 30 of them, maybe 30 seconds worth. But you're doing that little kind of that elbow to knee bicycle maneuver. Left, right, left, right. Because, I mean, just bringing your knee up to your chest while you're on the deck like that, on the ground, that's a good blaster to your midsection. I think that's for the lower abs, if I know right. I mean, it's good for the core, it's good for the abs. Just don't know if it's upper or lower, maybe the side, the obliques, I don't know. Another decent move to one thing I know hits the obliques is you kind of lay on your side flat, but you're kind of propped up with your arm, elbow under your shoulder, elbows on the ground. Power walker, dude, there he is. Absolutely. This guy's a champion at 5 a.m. Power walker, dude, on Pembroke Road every fucking morning. Anyway. I was just talking about him to somebody at work. At the shit job, excuse me. Kid's looking to get himself in shape and stop eating shit food and all that stuff. And I told him about that guy, Power Walker guy. Every morning, 5 a.m., I take 95 south to Pembroke Road. When I'm hitting Pembroke Road west, see him every fucking morning. Every morning I got to work the station. I'm taking this route. I've seen him. Dude is a champion at 5 a.m. Anyway, motivation to work out. That guy. Because he's doing it. What the fuck is my excuse? I'm too tired. Do something. Even if it's somewhat of a half-assed effort, get 30 minutes in there. Get 30 minutes of a workout. Just get something done. Get the heart rate going. Get a little bit of a sweat going. Something. Anyway. What was I saying about working the core? Oh yeah, a way to blast your obliques. That little, it's kind of like your core muscles that go from basically like armpit down to hip, kind of. And picture it like this. It's a good way to tuck in that midsection. Picture like the muscles around your ribs, or just below your ribs, kind of picture that like a what would you call that? Like saloon doors, right? On an old Western movie, how they kind of swing like that, Well, picture them as like open. What you want to do is close those doors. So to close those saloon doors, if you will, work on the obliques, and that kind of draws it. If the doors are open, it kind of helps to close them, and it pulls everything in. Pulls in the belly towards the spine. That's what the obliques are good for doing. A good exercise for that, like I said, you're laying down flat, elbow under your shoulder, and then you kind of raise yourself up. Get that hip up in the air. And you can either hold that, stay up there as long as you can. Isometric yoga has me do that for 45 seconds each side, or you can kind of do reps with it. kind of if you want to sag down and blast up, sag down and blast up. Don't rest on the ground. But as if you dip your hips, fine, but then just press up, press up, press up. Get that hip up, up, up in the air. Do some reps of that, or like I said, just isometric, hold at the top. Not straight as a board. Try to get that upper hip up in the air. Now you might need some padding under that elbow, but as you brace yourself up like that, trust me, you're going to feel that. It's not going to take long. You're going to be like, holy shit, I'm feeling a little stretch there. And because you're fighting gravity and those muscles got to lock in and do all that shit, believe me when I say that one's going to feel, it's a good little pain, but you will feel it because you're not used to using those muscles. Like, what do you do normally where you're using those muscles? I don't know. But when you start doing shit like that, I don't really like doing cardio work because, my heart blowing up out of my chest sometimes, that's too much. It hurts, But if I'm getting a good pump going, whether it's push-ups, resistance bands, got the weights going, and I checked it last week when I was doing a core workout that I found online. Now that was the one they required 8-pound weights, and all I have is a 25s. Use an 8-pound dumbbell. I got a 25. That's 3 times as much weight. That's what I'm going to do today. But my heart rate was blasting because I was struggling with all that weight. Now I didn't feel like my heart was blowing up out of my chest, but the struggle with that weight, the movements I was doing, hey, if it gets my heart blasting that kind of good, well, all right then. I'm down with that. That's a good, quick way to, get some shit blasted out of your system. Sweat all that bullshit out. Toxins and such. But I gotta get rid of that juice, and if I'm gonna do that, may as well get a bottle while I'm at it, because that Jameson's almost gone. And oh, how sweet it is. But if I'm gonna be doing that, let that be the last of that stuff, and I'll just be, afterwards, snacking on just fruit. Because the fruit juice, yeah, a little too sugary and carved up. A little too much. So I can sidestep all that bullshit and just look for some decent little healthy snacks afterwards. Well, Mike, but you're going to be dumping a bunch of drinks on all this shit. Yeah, but if I'm just going for a mixed drink with my meal, whatever, towards the end of the day, I mean, that's a little different. I'm not just going to be having mixed drinks until that bottle's gone and be done with it in 3 days. That would be pretty fucking foolish. A drink a day shouldn't be bad, as opposed to, wow, that fruit juice is really good. Chug, 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 Because, I mean, just naturally, if you give me a gallon of fruit juice or a gallon of booze, I guarantee you that gallon of fruit juice is gone quickly. Now, if I got to mix them, that's going to be slow sipping because I realize, okay, well, this is, sugar and carbs, and I need to get rid of that slowly. So if I'm only having one mixed drink per day, well, hopefully I'm just sticking to water and coffee otherwise. What is this? Is a dog running up in the street here? Don't run out in front of the car! You dumbass. What are you doing? Wow. He's fine, but off in the distance looked like a deer. Anyway. I'm already down Island Drive. I didn't mean to get distracted like that, but making some good time today. At any rate. Maybe a little bit of Bacardi. I don't know. I'll think about it. But just, I got that fruit juice, and if that's my sweet tooth, because I don't have candy or shit like that, yeah, chug that shit, yeah. Oh, now I'm full of fucking fluids, and it's all carbed up. Man, how do I get rid of this? Well, I'll blast it away with workouts. But if I got some booze, and I got some fruit juice with it, well, I can slowly go about mixing them both. A gallon of booze lasts me a long time because I'll only have like one drink at night, if that. I've honestly been saving the last little bit of my Jameson. I'll probably have it tomorrow, Sunday, because I'm off Monday. And I'm sure Sunday night I'll probably be bullshitting with my brother to some degree, sitting at home, watching a ball game or something, and just, fuck it, let's throw down a drink, cheers to you, boom, throw one down. And that bottle's nearly done. I 2 or 3 shots worth left. So even if I have one tonight, should be no big deal. I'm not even in the red zone yet, and I'm heading down Tarpon Drive, hitting the back neighborhoods that lead towards the station. I didn't think I was making this good time. I was getting passed on I-95. Kidding me? What do I got here? 4 minutes. Well, I should be able to make it into the parking lot at least. Nice little neighborhoods around here. Now, I always think, and I'm sure I've said this before, what would it have been like to grow up around here? Because Sun Life Stadium, where the Miami Dolphins play football, let's just call it Dolphin Stadium. Because it used to be called that. It should be called that. And you at least know the team. But Dolphin Stadium was built in 1987. At that time, when I was 5 years old, what if I grew up in one of these little neighborhoods and the stadium's right down there? I always wonder, how would things be different? Because, you're kind of a product of your environment. And just by comparison of where you grow up to, where you end up, can be totally different. And for me, it absolutely is. But these little neighborhoods around here, I don't know, maybe there's a school nearby. I mean, I'm sure there is, just... Is it tucked away back here? Kind of doubt it. Got canals all over the place. Plenty of apartment complexes. The old KFC and Taco Bell right here. In the same building. I mean, you go over to this counter, you walk 20 feet, then you're getting something else. That's beautiful. Well, if you're looking to hog down and eat some shit, that's the way I'd do it. 7-layer burritos and a fucking, some kind of chicken wrap. Beautiful. I used to do that back in the day. And this kid that I work with at the shit job, the one that's trying to get himself on the right track with his diet and exercise, I told him straight up, I don't like eating healthy, I don't like working out, but... It's I'm not looking to check out anytime soon. Rather keep myself going good. I don't smoke, thankfully. I think I had my share of drinking, Well, when did I really start? Well, let's say I was around 19 when I first started, quote-unquote drinking. That slowed down the closer I got to 30. So for I'd say a good decade worth, I had my share of booze. Good enough. Now I need to have a good decade of eating healthy, doing the right thing. Not that I like it. I mean, if I could catch a good buzz every fucking day and not gain weight from it, trust me, we'd all be happier, wouldn't we? Well, I'm in my parking spot right now. With a minute to go, baby Jesus. Wasn't looking for license plates. Don't worry about that. I didn't notice anything. Otherwise, I probably would have said something. But it was all I-95 traffic. Well, yeah, a lot of things going through for me right now. I got to tone down the drum, but I guess I'll purge the fucking juice and get some of that rolling. Bottle of something. I'm still thinking. What bottle do I get? And I got to think of a name for this thing. I was going to think of calling this one Belly Swelling, but that don't sound cool. Can't do it that way. But, well, I got a core workout to do. Get everything toned down. We'll see what we do. Parking space to parking space. Can't believe I made it. Kind of impressed. And I was getting passed on I-95. Oh, well. As for now, hey, till we meet again, everybody. I got to get rolling, but you know the routine. I guess I'll just have to catch your ass down the road.